Welcome to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Look at the crowd here tonight for this one. Thanks for being with us. Michael Westbrook courtside as we bring you Great American Conference basketball. It's the Battle of the Ravine basketball edition. The Reddies visiting town tonight, taking on the Ouachita Tigers. Looking at the Great American Conference standings, well, Ouachita had a win over Harding, which sure helped. They're sitting in 11th place right now, one game above Harding, actually tied there for 11th. Oklahoma Baptist leads the way at 11-3. Southeastern, number 2 at 10-3. Northwestern 10-5. Southern Nazarene 9-5. The Reddies in 5th place. A loss and they could drop pretty far, and a win could propel them back up into that top 4 perhaps. Southwestern at number 7, skipped over Southern Arkansas there at 7-7. East Central at number 8, Monticello, Tech, Ouachita, and Harding. And again, a win for Ouachita could go a long ways in the conference standings. Let's look at some of the matchup here. 12-8 record for Henderson, a 5-15 record for Ouachita. Last time out for the Reddies, they took on the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. It was a 77-68 victory. And for Ouachita, as we said, they went on the road to Searcy, picked up the win by 7. They led by double digits for a lot of the game, 82-75, the final in that one. The Henderson players are exciting the crowd with some pretty acrobatic dunks right now. That's apparently just ended. Henderson broke a 3-game losing streak on Saturday. Ouachita, we've said it all year long, it's a recurring theme. 8 losses by 6 points or less. They have been in almost every game they have played this year. They have been right there knocking on the door of a season that could be, 15-5 instead of 5-15. But nonetheless, that's where they are now. And a win tonight certainly would mean something against their rival. We're just about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups with our PA announcer, Dr. Casey Model. But first, let's look at how these two teams stack up. Ouachita averaging just over 70 points a game. The Reddies right there as well, 69.6 a contest. Opponents' points per game, Ouachita 75. Henderson a little bit better in that category, nearly 68 a game. Ouachita at 45% from the floor. The Reddies at 43.7%. And three-point percentage, Ouachita 31.6, Henderson 32.1 at the free throw line. 73% for Henderson, 73.8 for Ouachita. Dr. Casey Model introducing the starting lineups, and we will introduce to you the Henderson State Reddies starting lineup with head coach Jimmy Elgis. Number 0, Xavier Davenport. He's a 6'3", 180-pound senior guard from Brooklyn, New York, out of Navarro College. Number 5, Quan Marshall. He's a 6'2", 177-pound senior guard from Little Rock, out of Coffeyville Community College. Frank Camgain is a 6'3", 190-pound junior guard from Kansas City, Missouri. Number 12, Yuri Swinford. And number 21, Tomislav Mihocic, a 6'11", 260-pound junior forward from Belgrade, Serbia.
Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for you.
Now the starting lineups for the Ouachita Tigers. And 11th-year head coach Dennis Nutt. Number 2, Lawrence Nero, a 6'2", 190-pound senior from Hot Springs. Number 3, Madarius Hobson, the 6'3", 190-pound junior from Mississippi, out of Itawamba Community College. Number 12, Alex Scariolo, is the 6'3", redshirt freshman from Spain. Number 13, Jacob Street, 6'5", junior guard. And number 23, Tyler Haynes, a 6'5", sophomore forward. So we're just about ready for tip. Jimmy Elgus in his 7th season as the head coach of Henderson State University, along with assistant coaches Mark Rutledge and Khalil Spencer. And on the other side of the court, Dennis Nutt in his 11th season leading the charge for Ouachita, with Coach Bailey as his assistant, Jordan Bailey. 20 on the clock. We're ready for the first half. Tyler Haynes will jump in the center circle for Ouachita. And it is Mihocic jumping for Henderson. Reddies have won the opening tip. They're in their road black uniforms, and a traveling violation. No travel there, I guess. Player fell down. Wow, now a turnover on the Reddies. Whoa. Discombobulated, to say the least, for the Reddies 15 seconds in. Player fell down on what I thought would be a travel call. Not the case. And then basketball right into the Ouachita bench for a turnover. Haynes working on Mihocic, goes right around him and scores. Haynes looking to show some athleticism early on. Had a beat on his defender, and now we've got an offensive foul against the Reddies. Looks like they woke up on the wrong side of the highway here, and they've had 3 really strange plays early on. Foul was against Swinford, his first. Nero right down underneath the Haynes. High pass to Jacob Street, now to Scariolo. Jump stop, fading away. Scariolo off the back of the rim. And a rebound for the Reddies. High dribble from Quan Marshall. We've seen him for several years, the senior out of Little Rock. Drive to the baseline. Cam Gain. Now Cam Gain drops home the 3. No, a long 2. So Cam Gain has Henderson's first 2 points. Nero lost the basketball out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. Long conversation with Frank Camgain and the official. Drive in by Marshall, kicks it out top. Swinford into the corner. Henderson running some clock. Camgain, street guarding. Camgain tries to cross him over, picks up his dribble, nowhere to go. Down to 6 to shoot for the Reddies. Clock at 4, drive in, high floating off the glass, missed it. Offensive rebound, 3 right back to the rim. That one's halfway down and out. Mihocic an offensive board for the Reddies on a right-hand hook. Goodness gracious, you would think we were over at the Duke Wells Center with that eruption from the crowd. Henderson has packed this place in, and they're red tonight. And we've got the Ouachita crowd behind us looking to erupt. 4-2 early on, Henderson. Nero fouled. And Nero, a little bit of an acting play there as well, it looked like, but he was pushed. Foul on Quan Marshall, his first. Nero to Scariolo, will receive it back. Scariolo, lob inside, poked back to him. Now swings it out to Street. Thought about the long, long 3, instead drives in a bit wildly, a blocking foul.
Blocking foul on the Reddies, number 11, Frank Camgain.
Frank Camgain called for his first foul.
13 foul of the half.
Third on the Reddies at the 17:26 mark of the first half. Two fouls. It should be 3-0. Yeah. Marshall with 1, Camgain with 1, Swinford with 1. Scariolo able to lob it over to Medarius Hobson. He straightens up against Camgain. Will rise for 3, too strong. And a hustle play there by Nero. Now, that doesn't do much. The ball's still going to belong to Henderson, as it probably would had Nero not made a diving effort over there, but what it did do is it certainly slowed down the momentum, forced the Reddies to inbound, and gave Ouachita a chance to get back on defense. Those little plays matter. Into the corner, Pregame. Scariolo guarding him. They swing it left side to Marshall. Marshall against Hobson. Back into the corner. Extra pass up top. Pregame three. Good. Pregame came into the game averaging only 6 points a game, and he already has 5. Cannot let a player like that have a big day. Tyler Haynes, baseline jumper, good. 7-4 early on, Reddies. Haynes has all 4 for Ouachita. Tight defense from Scariolo, tight defense from both sides, in fact. Now here's a 3. Pregame falls down, no foul called. Hobson comes away with the rebound to Scariolo, needs some help. We'll go to Nero. Street cannot get around Marshall. Down on the low block, swings it out top to Haynes. 7-4 Henderson. Nero falls down, needs some help. Finds Haynes. He'll pull up, 15-footer, buried it. Haynes came into the game averaging 11.1 a contest for Ouachita, the team's 3rd leading scorer, behind 16 from Hobson. And actually Smith with 12, but no longer on the team. Blocking foul called. Will the basket count? We'll wait and see. Media timeout. I believe the basket is going to count. 15:33. No, the basket does not count. Back in a moment, you're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Nero falling down, able to keep the possession. Off to Haynes, a 15-footer, good. Henderson by 1 with 15:33 to play in the first half. And a blocking foul sent us to the first media timeout. It was against Medarius Hobson for Ouachita. And it was on the floor, says the official. So Henderson will inbound when play resumes. Ouachita's been on the floor for 20 seconds or so. Henderson on the first warning of the horn, still in the huddle. There's the second blow of the horn, and now the Reddies make their way to the floor. Alvin Miles, a 5'11 sophomore out of Memphis, Tennessee, out of Eastern Oklahoma State College. And Whitehaven High School will take the floor for the first time for the Reddies, and he'll inbound. Ryan Boyce, a junior out of Memphis, Tennessee, also on the floor. And you also have Malik Riddle, so several new players for the Reddies. A long 2 off the front of the rim. Haynes comes up with the rebound off the miss from Miles. Ouachita with a chance for their first lead. Street airmails the pass out of bounds to the Henderson bench. Ouachita turns it over. If you missed it a little bit earlier, the women won 73-71 over Henderson. It was a layup by Claudia Van Zandt off of the pass from Aspen Thornton at the buzzer that won it. A block there underneath. Boyce blocked, and now here's Marvin Williams-Dunn. Pushed from behind, out to Scariolo. 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound Miles for the Reddies, and they start to really pick up the intensity here. See both sides working a little bit harder right now. Bounce pass underneath the Boyce. He lost his footing for a moment. Kicks it out to Camgain. Drives in strong. Scariolo stays with him. Contact, no foul. 10 on the shot clock on an offensive rebound. Ball batted around underneath, out of bounds, off of Washita. 6 to shoot.
Stepping in for Washita, number 22, Davion Bankston.
Davion Bankston will take the floor for the first time. The 6'6 senior out of Little Rock, J.A. Fair. Miles to inbound into the corner, a double team. Ball knocked free, picked up by Bankston. Washita takes over. A great stand by Washita on defense there. Marvin Williams done. Bankston, Scariolo, Haynes, Hobson, the 5 on the floor for Washita. Williams done on the left wing, picked up by Miles, slings a one-handed pass to Haynes. 10 to shoot for the Tigers. Scariolo around his defender. Over to Bankston, in trouble underneath. Scariolo keeps the possession alive. 4 to shoot. Hobson picks it up. Now here's Hobson actually, and that won't go after Bankston recovered it. And we're inside 14 to play in the first half. Washita is still yet to have the lead. Henderson 7, Washita 6. Camgain started off strong, gives over to Miles. Miles driving in underneath. Sends it to the right wing, 3 down and in. That's Malik Riddle, transfer from Morehead State. 10 to 6, Henderson as we near 13 to play in the first half. Washita coming off a road win in Searcy on Saturday night. And a missed layup underneath. It is Henderson basketball. When these two played each other on January 13th at the Duke Wells Center, it was a 59-56 Henderson victory. Washita held a 7-point lead at the end of the first half, but Henderson outscored Washita by 10 in that second frame for the 3-point victory. Haynes finished with a team-high 14. The Reddies were led by 20 from Yuri Swinford. Damian Deere, the 6-foot senior from Jackson, Mississippi, on the floor now for Henderson. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Bankston, and it's Reddy basketball with 8 to shoot. Tim McDonald, the freshman from Marion, is on the floor for the Reddies. And we also have Kobe Dunlap, the freshman from Greenbrier, Arkansas, for Washita. 2 to shoot, blocked at the rim, should be a shot clock violation. They'll let him play on. Tavondrick Henry out of Texarkana, Texas on the floor. There's Dunlap burying a 3. Kobe Dunlap hits the 3-pointer. And now Washita comes up with a steal. That's Bankston with the steal. Dunlap has played only about 10 minutes a game this season, averaging 3 points a game, and he has his average on that 3-point make. Washita's to within 1, inside 12 to play in the first. Marvin Williams done, and it's Bankston. Had it knocked free, and then out of bounds off of Henderson with a media timeout. 11:49 to play in the first half. Henderson 10, Washita 9. We're back in a moment. You're watching Washita basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Back at Bill Vining Arena, 10-9 our score. Henderson with a 1-point lead on Ouachita. 11:49 to go in the first. So after the first media timeout, it was Henderson by 3. Oh, excuse me, it was Henderson by 1. It's 7-6. And now they're still up by 1, 10-9. Marvin Williams Dunn out to Dunlap, a bit too strong on that one. And it is Tomislav Mihocic back in the game, the junior out of Serbia, corrals that rebound, and rightfully so. 6'11", 260 pounds for the big man for the Reddies. Miles looking for the alley-oop lob. Haynes got in the way of it, knocked it out of bounds. Good job by Tyler Haynes.
Subbing in for Ouachita, number 25, Leon Kalinic. Subbing out, number 23, Tyler Haynes. In for Henderson State, number 5, Quan Marshall. Checking out number 3.
We'll see the 6'9 sophomore from Slavinsky Brod, Croatia, Leon Kalinic into the game for Ouachita. Inbounds pass goes to Deere. He'll launch. And about all Tavondrick Henry could do there was to knock that one up into the air. However, Henderson has it. Neither side doing a lot of scoring right now. Pass inside to the interior, taken away. Marvin Williams Dunn has it. He's looking to drive, lost the basketball. Bounces it up the floor into the hands of Deere. He'll take it to the rim. Offensive rebound and put back for Malik Riddle. Tell you what, Mihocic almost threw that ball just a little too far out in front, but his teammate was able to go get it. Dunlap, pull-up jumper inside the three-point line, can't get it. And a rebound by Henderson. 12-9 Reddies. A lot of contact up top, play on, says the officials. Marshall's three misses. Henry comes up with the basketball. Tavondrick Henry out of Pleasant Grove High School on the Texas side of Texarkana. Dunlap still firing, hits! Kobe Dunlap buries the three, his second three-point make of the contest. We are tied at 12. A look inside to Mihocic. And he's going to kick it back out. Low bounce pass. Deere picks it up. Deere splits two defenders. High arcing shot. Missed it badly. Kalinic clears the glass for Ouachita. Chance for the Tigers to take the lead. Kalinic thought about it. Williams Dunn spins off of Mihocic into the lane. Blocking foul. Foul on Damian Deere, his first.
Henderson State's fourth team foul of the half. Shooting for Ouachita, number 0, Marvin Williams Dunn.
Two shots here for Marvin Williams Dunn. These are the first free throws of the game. They are. At the 9:28 mark. Several new players back in for the Reddies. Williams Dunn has had only 7 free throw attempts this season, making 7 on 11 attempts. And he goes 2 for 2 this time. So he becomes the third Ouachita player to score, along with Haynes 6, Dunlap was 6. Ouachita has their first lead at 14-12. Reddies basketball deep into the corner. Xavier Davenport all the way to the rim and in. First 2 for Davenport, the senior out of Brooklyn, one of the starters. Oh, a lob inside for Kalinic, taken away on the backside by Cam Gain. Ouachita not on the same page there with that possession. Swinford, he has a shot partially blocked. Looked like he tried to do a little too much at the rim. Now on the left wing, Henry. Up to Marvin Williams Dunn. Got the defense chant from the Henderson fans that are here. Kalinic sets a screen. Bounce pass underneath. Henry rises up and slams it down. Tavondrick Henry with a two-handed slam. Ouachita by 2. Almost a travel for the Reddies. Long 2 attempt misses. Bankston clears the glass. The pass from Marvin Williams-Dunn underneath to Tavondrick Henry. What a play on the last possession. They might look for it again. Up top, Kalinic. Dunlap, 2 for 4 in the game. He's got 6 points. Marvin Williams-Dunn, NBA range 3, and that'll trickle out of bounds.
And we got a
media timeout with 7:33 to play. Ouachita now has the lead as you see that replay again. Back in a moment, you're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Take a look at this again. Marvin Williams-Dunn to Tavondrick Henry, cutting down the baseline for the two-hand slam. Ouachita trailed at each of the first 2 media timeouts by a single point. Now here at the third break, they have a 16-14 lead on their rival, the Reddies, from across the street. And it's back to play Henderson basketball. And we've got a whistle away from the basketball, it looked like there.
Foul on the Tigers, number 22, Davion Bankston.
Foul on Davion Bankston.
So a second team foul, subbing in for the Tigers, number 2, Lorenz Nero. Subbing out, number 0.
First foul on Bankston. Well, a lot of makeup games taking place today. Southern Nazarene with a win over Harding, 68-55 in Bethany. Oklahoma Baptist with a win over Arkansas Tech, 80-73. Southern Arkansas beat Arkansas Monticello, 71-59. Southwestern and Southeastern are also playing tonight. We'll get you a score on that one later on. Nero driving in, finds Henry open. Corner 3 won't go. And a rebound by Alvin Miles for the Reddies. Davenport looking to fly, offensive foul.
Choking foul on the receiver, Davenport. That is his first personal foul.
The referee had some help on that one. Easy call. Nero standing in, taking the charge as Davenport ran him over. Bankston works it over to Nero. Hobson on the floor, Dunlap on the floor, and Kalinic. Nero deep in the corner will take the shot. And Kalinic, offensive rebound, right back to it. Showing some length there to get the rebound and to scoop it back up and in. 4-point Ouachita lead. Miles lost the basketball, recovers. Mihocic sets a screen. Nothing there for Miles. He'll take a 3. That misses. Kalinic a rebound. And heads up move there by Kalinic to not just turn and throw, because there was a defender coming in who would have had an easy pass. Oh, that was intended, I think, for Kalinic on a lob. Kalinic wanted it, but then took a step inside. So I'm not sure where the miscommunication was at there, but the pass was pretty high. A little bit of full court press here as Miles will bring the ball up the court, guarded by Nero backpedaling. Fast first half. We're down to 5:35 to play. Ouachita by 4. Davenport drives, hangs, one-handed floater. Rebound by Medarius Hobson. Ouachita clears the glass. Well, you hope that there was some momentum out of that Harding game on Saturday night. So far, that appears to be the case. Scariolo lost it on the spin move. Chenault picks it up, missed it short. Scariolo gets the ball back. He was hit across the arm, no call. Scariolo all the way to the rim, going to the line for 2. Could not get that one to go in.
Number 21, Tomislav Maholčić. That is his first personal foul in Henderson State's 6th team foul of the half.
There is one really, really big dude over on the Henderson side on the front row just berating the officials. I would not want to mess with that man. I mean, he's giving them everything they could possibly want. Not that they want much over there being yelled at, but still standing. That's like something I've not seen in a while. That's what a rivalry will do, I guess. And Scariolo goes 1 of 2. Not that we have time to mention every fan yelling at a ref. That happens all the time, but that just stuck out to me as not somebody I'd want to mess with. Davenport over to Miles. Missed the 3 short, and it goes out of bounds. Mentioned that Southwestern and Southeastern also playing tonight. 47-35. Southwestern has a halftime lead there. Scariolo slings the pass to Kalinic. His 3, no good. Rebound by the Reddies. It's Davenport coming down with it. Works it out left side to Chenault. Now into the corner. That 3 is good for Ryan Boyce. Nero underneath to Kalinic. Kalinic up with the right hand, can't finish. Haynes almost had the offensive rebound, but it's out of bounds. And we've got some subs here, but immediate timeout. 3:55 to go in the first half. We are back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living. During my road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
.355 to go in the first half. Ouachita 19, Henderson 17. Reddy's basketball. 16 fouls on Henderson, only 2 on Ouachita. Inside to Mihocic, backs down Haynes. Looked like he might have got away with a travel. Maybe even an offensive foul. Coach Nutt wants an offensive foul. Doesn't get the call. And the foul instead on Haynes.
Shooting for Henderson State, number 21, Tomislav Mihocic.
Will be his first on Haynes. Free throw good. And that one good as well.
Subbing in for Henderson, number 11, Frank Pregame. Subbing out number 3, Alvin Myers.
We're tied at 19. And, you know, just like in the women's game, back and forth, a good game to broadcast, good game to watch, good game to play in. Looks like it's going to be the same on the men's side. At least that's what we hope for. It has been so far. 3:30 to go in the first half. Ouachita looking to regain the advantage. Nero working on Cam Gain. Good defense. Haynes, he drives off the side of the backboard. Ball knocked free. 3 to shoot for Scariolo. He lost it. Reddies have it. It's Cam Gain with Street back on defense. Layup is missed. Nero saves it back in bounds. Woo! Wow. Hobson, the other direction. Hobson took the contact. Circus shot off the glass and in. Ouachita by 2. Told you it'd be entertaining. Malik Riddle inside to Mihocic. Haynes falls down, basket in. And a flop warning called against Ouachita. So not only does Ouachita not get the charge call, but their player gets called for a warning for flopping. And so we're tied at 21 after all of that. Nero to Street. Looked like Scariolo was open, couldn't get it to him. Haynes got a 17-footer, buries it. Tyler Haynes has 8 to lead Ouachita as the Tigers go back on top, 23-21. Malik Riddle, the leading scorer with 10. Ouachita doesn't have, or Henderson doesn't have just a lot of explosive offensive players. They've got a lot of different guys that can beat you. There's one of them, Ryan Boyce. He now has 5 points, and we are tied at 23. Street up top, now over to Nero. Haynes sets the screen. Nero takes the long 3, too strong. Rebound by Boyce for Henderson. 90 seconds to go first half. Chenault back out. And a timeout by the Reddies. 1:19 to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break. 23 all our score. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. .119 to play until halftime. 23 all our score. Looked at first like we might have a fairly high scoring contest. Both teams came out firing. Both teams now 9 made field goals. Henderson 9 of 29 and Ouachita 9 of 23 from the floor. very few free throws from either side. Only 2 for 2 for Henderson and 3 for 4 from Ouachita. A little bit of a delay as we had some sweat on the court in front of the Henderson bench. So they have that cleaned up, and we are ready to go now. Cam Gain. Works it over to Chenault. They've got 3 to shoot. Chenault is left open for just half a second. And at the shot clock buzzer, Haynes comes down with the rebound. Good defensive stop for the Tigers. They'll slow things down here. Haynes up top, guarded by Chenault. Leaves it over to Scariolo, 10 to shoot. Scariolo around the back dribble. Chenault having no part of it. He ends up coming up with the basketball. Sends it out front to Cam Gain. Bounce pass to Boyce. Missed the layup, and the ball is out of bounds. I think we had a foul on Henderson. 1-1 on the 17th foul against the Reddies. I'll have to wait on Dr. Casey Model on that one to be able to see what all happened. I don't think he knows yet. So Riddle called for his first foul, his first.
Shooting 1-1 for Ouachita, number 3, Madarius Thompson.
And again, 7th foul.
In for the Tigers, number 22, Davion Maxson. Subbing out number 13, Jacob Street.
1-1 for Madarius Hobson. 83% at the free throw line. 27.6 to play in the first half. Hobson missed. Wow. Rare miss at the line for Madarius. And here come the Reddies for one final play in the first half, tied at 23. Will they take a lead to the locker room at halftime? Will Ouachita hold? We got 10 seconds to find out. Cam Gain, a screen set by Swinford. Cam Gain keeps it, 4 to shoot. Looking for that three-point line. Now over on the left side at the buzzer. 3 won't go for Malik Riddle.
Our score tied at 23.
Tied at 23 at halftime. So we'll take a halftime break, bring you the second half when we return. 23-all, Henderson and Ouachita on Monday night. Back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
Ouachita Baptist University is located in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It's just about an hour north of Texarkana off I-30. We're just minutes from trails, lakes, bluffs, rivers, so much to do in God's creation. Another great thing about our location is our proximity to so many cool cities. We're an easy weekend trip from Memphis, Northwest Arkansas, and Dallas, and only 30 minutes from Hot Springs and just an hour from Little Rock. While we have a rich social life here on campus, students will also take advantage of the many locations within a short driving distance for a weekend trip, whether it's to go home or to take a social weekend with friends.
It's been really nice to be able to get away for the weekend, whether that's to Little Rock or bigger cities like Dallas or Memphis or Nashville. This time last year, I went to a concert that was in Nashville, and it wasn't that bad of a drive going all the way from there to Arkadelphia.
What's really great about coming from Dallas, having friends that live in Arkansas, is that I get to show them around Dallas, which is a lot of fun because I get to show them my favorite coffee shops. They try new drinks, they go to places that they've never been before. The best part about going to Dallas for just a weekend trip is that you don't feel like you wasted a lot of time on the drive over there. The drive to my house is 3.5 hours. We don't have to go 10 hours to go somewhere fun. Another great city in Arkansas is Little Rock, and it's just an hour north, so it's not too far of a drive. And the best part about it is that I feel like every time I am in Little Rock, and anytime I spend time there, it definitely reminds me of home a little bit more.
One thing that's been really important to me is not just finding things to do, but it's been more about who I do these things with. There's just lots of little things that you don't necessarily realize that are going to have such a big impact on you.
Whether you're from Texas, Colorado, California, across the nation, or around the globe, there's going to be plenty to keep you busy here at Ouachita Baptist University.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena. It's halftime, tied at 23, Henderson and Ouachita. In our basketball version of the Battle of the Ravine, looking at some of the first half numbers, 9 of 31 from the floor for the Reddies. They shoot 29% in the first half. Meanwhile, Ouachita 9 of 23, 39% from the floor. Neither side doing particularly well from three-point range, as Henderson's 3 of 12 for 25%, and Ouachita is 2 of 10 for 20%. Limited free throws in the first half by both sides. Reddies went 2 for 2 at the line. Ouachita went 3 for 5 at the free throw line. Tigers with 9 turnovers in the first half and 5 for Henderson. Points off of turnovers, both teams with 4, and both teams with 19 rebounds. Looking at some of the individual numbers, starting first with the Reddies, Tomislav Miholcic has 6 points and 3 rebounds. Xavier Davenport with 2 points and 2 rebounds. Frank Camgain has 5 points. 5 points from Malik Riddle, 5 from Ryan Boyce, and that's the scoring for the Reddies. Their leading rebounder, you have Miholcic and Riddle, both with 3 apiece, and Davenport has 2 assists to lead the way. For Ouachita, 8 points from Tyler Haynes, 6 points from Kobe Dunlap, 2 points from Adarius Hobson, 1 from Alex Scariolo, 2 points from Marvin Williams-Dunn, and 2 from Leon Kalinic, leading rebounder for Ouachita. Madarius Hobson has 3, so does Tyler Haynes, and 2 assists from Marvin Williams-Dunn to lead in that category. We'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, the start of the second half, Ouachita and Henderson tonight on a Monday night from Bill Vining Arena. We're all tied up at 23. Back in a moment, you're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Well, we're just about ready to get the second half underway. As has been the case most of this game, Ouachita is on the court ready to go, a little bit quicker than the Reddies of Henderson. So Henderson's broken the huddle. Of course, clock still showing 10 seconds and counting down, so they have time. Ouachita will have the basketball first. Hobson out there along with Nero, Street, Scariolo, and Haynes. That's the 5 on the floor for Ouachita. We're ready to get the second half underway. We'll see if the crowd has the same amount of energy as they had in the first half. So Ouachita basketball to start the second half. Marshall right in the face of Nero, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Street had the ball knocked free off of Yuri Swinford. Still Ouachita basketball. Scariolo almost mishandled that one. Ouachita needing to be aware of the shot clock. It's down to 7. Street, 3, good! Wow! Curling off of a screen, taking the pass and dropping home the 3. Made that look easy. Ouachita with the first points of the second half. Swinford on the right side to Marshall. Now up top to Cam Gain. Underneath Miholcic. Out top. Left side 3. Good. Now that is Frank Camgain hitting the 3. He has 8. Back-to-back threes in the first minute of the second half. And we're tied at 26. Now Street trying to go back for another 3. Missed that one. However, we got Haynes underneath, and he's fouled.
This is his second personal foul. Henderson State's first team foul of the second half.
Second foul on Frank Camgain.
23, Tyler Haynes.
Tyler Haynes to the free throw line. 8 points in the first half. And that'll give Haynes 9. Came into the game averaging 11 points a game, 72.6% at the free throw line, shooting 57% from the floor this season. 1 of 2 for Haynes, and that gives Ouachita a 1-point lead, 27-26. Some boos raining down as Quan Marshall controls the basketball. Senior out of Little Rock. And a turnover on the Reddies. I'm not sure if there's more to that with Marshall. Imagine there's a story somewhere. Haynes looking for some help, finds Hobson. Davenport giving him no room. Hobson to Street. Street drives in, kicks it out. Nero, open hit. Lawrence Nero from downtown. Ouachita's second three-point make of the second half, and it's now 30-26. Marshall has not scored in this game. Now here is Swinford on the drive. Ball is free, picked up by Hobson. Hobson goes one-on-one, shows his moves, and the layup for Medarius Hobson. Largest lead of the game for Ouachita here at 32-26, 17:25 to go, second half. Davenport, Street guarding, into the corner, Swinford dials up the 3, busy connection, rebound by Nero. Ouachita can add to the lead on this possession. Street on the left wing, Haynes will set a screen for him. Now Haynes receives the pass from Street, goes to the baseline, reverse layup. Haynes into double figures with 11. And a timeout by Henderson. 34-26 with 16:47 to go in the second half. It's been all Ouachita out of the locker room. We'll take a break. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
Check out Medarius Hobson off of the steal, goes against Davenport, shows some moves while hanging in the air. 16:47 to go. We're just underway in the second half. We were tied at 23 at the break. A three from Washita's Jacob Street, and then a three back the other way from Frank Camgain. And then after that, all Washita with the last 5 points. They've outscored the Reddies 8-3 in this second half. Timeout from Henderson. We're ready to go again now as Davenport will inbound to Marshall. The Bluebirds will pick up again right as Marshall touched the basketball, and he immediately gives it off to his teammate. Camgain with street guarding, sends it right to Swinford. Look inside, Miholcic swings it into the corner, extra pass, Camgain has it. 5 to shoot, bounces it through his teammate's legs over to Quan Marshall. 1 on the shot clock, did not get that shot away in time. That's a shot clock violation. Camgain, nothing he could really do about that. The ball was sent to him last second. Henderson did not appear to be really aware of the shot clock there. That or it was just stifling defense, a little bit of both. Nero falls down, Street able to pick up the basketball, and Nero's back up, play on. Haynes to Scariolo, Scolo falls down, out to Streets, air ball, and out of bounds. That's going to be Henderson basketball. And now the media timeout.
And we have a media timeout.
15:58 to play in the first half. A break in the action. We're back in a moment. Washita 34, Henderson 26. You're watching Washita basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
A solid win for the women earlier tonight. They beat Henderson 73-71 on a last-second shot by Claudia Van Zant off the pass from Aspen Thornton. Thornton led all scorers in the game with 29, and looking for a doubleheader sweep tonight against the Reddies of Henderson. Men playing well right now, 34-26 as we hit the first media timeout of the second half. And as play resumes, it's the Reddies basketball. Long two, good. That's Alvin Miles scoring for the first time. Sophomore out of Memphis, Tennessee, just about 3 hours up the road. Maybe not even quite that far. Street looking right. Henry in the game. Henry with a dunk in the first half that sparked the offense. Missed that one short. Rebound by Boyce into the game now. Reddies go to some of their bench players. Malik Riddle on the floor. Riddle pumps, drives, dishes underneath. Extra pass to Miholcic. Missed the layup. He'll go back up. Missed it again. And we've got a foul. He's visibly upset. He was still fouled. Going to the line for two. Put the foul on Medarius Hobson.
Shooting for Henderson State. Number 21, Tomislav Miholcic.
Miholcic just dropped the basketball. What do you do there? Officials have to talk about that. And just one free throw coming his way. That basically counts as a missed free throw. Wow. I have never seen that happen. Miholcic just lost the basketball. Interesting. Well, they get 1 point out of the deal. Street looking to his right, throws to Hobson. And underneath Haynes, triple teamed while on the ground, out to Hobson. Hits the baseline jumper. Madarius Hobson has 6. On the left wing, Miles, Alvin Miles. Now over on the right side goes to Riddle. His shot won't fall. Chenault tips it back out. Now from 17, turnaround jumper, good for Boyce. Extra possession there for the Reddies, and they capitalize. We got some subs set to check into the game for Ouachita. The next dead ball. Haynes given the room, misses the shot. Rebound by the Reddies. Riddle. Now they're looking to move. Boyce, 15-footer again, misses. Ball tapped free. Can Haynes come up with it? No, it'll be Reddies basketball. And here's the subs. Marvin Williams-Dunn is in. Davion Bankston is also in. Ouachita out of rhythm a little bit on defense. Henderson had some open looks, chose not to take them. Drive into the paint, look underneath to Miholcic, taken away by Henry. Tavondrick Henry comes up with it, and he's going to cross over, pull-up jumper, no good. And an extremely quick possession for Ouachita, nets no points. Man, that could have ignited the crowd. Miles short, Marvin Williams-Dunn the rebound. Slow things down here just a little bit. Now Henry on the left wing. Look underneath. Bankston missed, but he was fouled. Bankston will go to the line for 2.
This is first personal foul, and Henderson State's second team foul off the half.
Second team foul against the Reddies here in the second half. Graham Chenault called for his first foul. Bankston to the line. Tigers 4 of 8 from the free throw line. So we've seen a player bounce it off their knee at a free throw line that didn't count for a free throw, a missed free throw. And then we've seen the ball get stuck in the rim at the other end on a free throw. 0 for 2 for Bankston. Certainly been a fun game, but my goodness, a long way to go, and you just don't feel like Ouachita has too much momentum right now, despite a 5-point lead. But then the shots aren't going for Henderson either, so you hold serve, and everything's okay. Chenault comes up with a steal. It was knocked free. Reddy's on the move. It's going to be Riddle underneath. He's fouled.
Foul for Tigers number 22, Davion Bankston. This is the second personal foul. Ouachita's second team foul of the half. Shooting for Henderson State, number 13, Malik Riddle.
Riddle at the line. Got it.
Subbing into Ouachita, number 25, Leon Kalinic. Subbing out number 23, Tyler Haynes.
That was on Bankston, his second. Second personal foul against Ouachita in the second half as well. Leon Kalinic is back in. Haynes will take a seat. 2 for 2 at the free throw line for Malik Riddle. It appears for now there's going to be limited free throw opportunities in the game, so you got to take advantage of them when you get there. Henderson did on that possession, and they are within 3 points now. Ouachita desperately needs a basket. Bankston, free throw line, picks up the dribble. Henry against Chenault, and Chenault almost had the steal, but will be called for a foul.
Foul for Reddy's number 1, Graham Chenault. That is the second personal foul, and Henderson's third team foul of the half.
That's his second foul. Third team foul against the Reddies. And on the inbounds play intended for a Henry there, and he just couldn't get the shot to go in. Chenault from the three-point line on the left side, no good. Boy, with such a huge Reddy's contention here, crowd would have erupted had that one gone down. Washita needs to silence them with a basket. Hobson backs his way in, turns, missed. Henry tried to put it back in, couldn't finish. Got to get back on defense now. Chenault pulls up on Kalinic, missed. Offensive rebound. Riddle, one-handed floater. Woo, catch your breath, everybody. Inside 12 to play. Again, not a lot of offense. It was 23 all at halftime, but certainly a lot of shots. Henry with 15. Out to Hobson with 10 to shoot. Opposite side of the Kalinic screen. Henry takes it with 6. Back to Hobson. Got to hurry. Down to 4. Hobson pulls the trigger on a long 3. And here come the Reddies on the run the other direction. Layup missed by Alvin Miles. And we'll have a media timeout for everybody to just relax for a moment. 11-12 to play. Washita 36, Henderson 33. We're back in a second. You're watching Washita basketball.
Tiger Nation Washita Athletics would like to
Considering an online pharmacy? Explore BeSafeRx to find useful information and resources to help you purchase medicines safely online. A safe online pharmacy requires a doctor's prescription, has an address in the United States, has a licensed pharmacist, and is licensed by a state pharmacy board. It's best to stay away from online pharmacies that don't meet these criteria. Discover more helpful tips and resources at BeSafeRx. Go to fda.gov/BeSafeRx.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Other scores from around the conference: Southern Nazarene over Harding, 68-55. Oklahoma Baptist over Arkansas Tech, 80-73. Southern Arkansas wins in Monticello, 71-59. Right here at Bill Vining Arena, Washita 36, Henderson 33 with 11-12 to play. And they're down to 4 minutes to play in the second half. Southeastern has taken the lead on Southwestern, 73-65. They've outscored Southwestern by 20 points in the second half. Free throws for Miles, and he hits the first one with one more coming his way. The foul was against Tavondrick Henry, his first. 1 for 2. A look on the inside to Leon Kalinic, and his hook shot won't go. Henderson with the basketball. They're down by 2. Washita needs a stop. Into the corner. Cam Gain. Now up top, Swinford. Reddies are really, really fast, showing off some speed in their half-court game, but it does result in a turnover, a little bit out of control, which is what we saw in the first half as well. Kobe Dunlap in the game had the ball knocked back out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Swinford. It's still Washita basketball. You love this atmosphere when fans can just come from across the street and watch a game. And I think having it on, Thursday night would have been great, but a Monday night's not bad either. Dunlap, 3, yes sir! That's 9 for Kobe Dunlap. Washita back up by 5. Marvin Williams-Dunn strips the ball from Alvin Miles. No foul.
Subbing out number 3, Alvin Miles.
So it's still Ready's basketball. Marshall inbounds to Boyce, and they work it around the three-point perimeter. 3 on its way, an air ball from Cam Gain. They'll hear it from the crowd, despite being wide open. Dunlap hitting a 3 a moment ago, but they don't get it to him. Instead, they're looking for Kalinic inside. Kalinic against Cam Gain. Spins, up with the hook, can't finish. Rebound by Davenport for the Reddies. And we got all sorts of contact up top and a blocking foul called against Washington. Bankston.
This is third personal foul, and Washita's fourth team foul of the half. Subbing in for Henderson State, number 21, Thomas Mahosic.
The fans leaning down over the railing, clapping for the officials for that call there. I'm not convinced one of the officials hasn't made notice of the fans, actually. They just call the timeout. And I did not see who took that timeout there. Oh, we've got blood on the court, so an official timeout.
And we have an official timeout, so we'll remind you that Big Red Convenience Stores is proud to support Washita men's basketball. Now located
A few blood spots there on the court, so they're taking care of that.
Big Red Convenience Store says, go Tigers!
Henderson 12 of 44. Certainly an off night for them from the floor, but you got to give credit to what Washita has done on defense. Washita gives up only 70 points a game, 75 points a game. Right now, playing a lot better than that. Henderson came into the game 10th best in the conference, only scoring 70 a game. Conference standings, Henderson sitting right there about the middle of the pack. A loss would drop them to 8-7, a win for Southern Arkansas today, and so they could go down a spot. A win, and they're sitting up there closer to the Northwestern Southern Nazarene territory for third, maybe fourth place. But Washita can't worry about that. They're just trying to pile on a couple of wins to get into that top 8. Right now at 3-11, they're in 11th place. Coach Elgis with a long conversation with the official. And the ball goes into Quan Marshall. Let's see if he'll hold the ball a little bit longer, see if the crowd will continue to boo him. Davenport lost it. Dunlap picks it up, a turnover. Turnovers really beginning to add up for the Reddies in this second half. They've scored only 11 second half points in 11 minutes. Meanwhile, Washita has scored 16. Hobson over to Dunlap, 15 to shoot. Bounce pass inside, Kalinic straightens up, fires away, and Kalinic just can't get it to go right now. We're inside 9 to play as Marshall comes across the half-court line. And Davenport underneath the air ball, the shot from right at the rim. Are you kidding me? Here's Hobson all the way back the other direction. He's fouled. So Hobson will go to the line. I've seen a little bit of everything in this one. An air ball right at the rim. That does not happen very often.
Shooting 2 for Washita, number 3, Materius Hobson.
Miholcic called for the foul, his second personal. And that puts Medarius Hobson at the line. Hobson at 83% from the free throw line, missed a couple earlier. Tyler Haynes is back in, and one thing you like about that scenario is that Haynes got to take a seat for a couple of minutes. Leon Kalinic maybe wasn't hitting the shots on offense, but made his presence felt on defense. And you've got arrested Tyler Haynes out there for the final 8:35 and Washita up by 7. Bounce pass inside, goes to Swinford. He can't hit. Right at the rim. Hobson can't quite save it. It's going to remain Reddy's basketball. Good defense underneath. I believe that was Bankston over there on the backside. Inbound for Marshall, goes to Swinford. Haynes comes over, steals the pass. So yet another Henderson turnover. See how many turnovers they have now. 12. Ouachita has only 10. Haynes goes to the rim strong, missed. Bankston had it stripped, and they will call a no foul, just out of bounds. No foul, just out of bounds. Wow. All right. Dunlap falls down. Fadeaway jumper won't go. And offensive foul called on Miholcic. Wow. Offensive foul called there.
That is his third personal foul, and Henderson State's 15th foul, and we have a media timeout.
So actually, looking back on that last play, the ball went flying through the air and hit off of the top of the goal, and that's why they're saying over the goal and out of bounds was the call a moment ago. We'll go to a break. Less than 8 to play in the second. Ouachita by 7. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
Despite being 10th in the conference in points per game at 69.5 for the Reddies, they're 4th best in the conference at field goal percentage, 42.3. And in this one, the Ouachita defense has been stifling as they have held the Reddies to 25.5% from the floor. Ouachita shoots it at 45%. Excuse me, that's field goal defense. Ouachita actually on offense shoots it at 44% from the floor, and so far in this one at 35%. Marvin Williams-Dunn controls for Ouachita. Haynes sets a screen, peels off of it. They send it to Dunlap. He'll fire, misses the three. Looked like he was going to pass that basketball, and immediately took the shot. Well, the Henderson fans cheering every time Marshall gets the ball to try to counter the booing. I don't think you can counter that. That's some loud booing. Miholcic underneath, basket. He has 9. Keep in mind, it was 41-34 at that media. Let's see how Ouachita reacts. Haynes, a lot of contact, out to Dunlap, wide open. High off the backboard, would not go. Miholcic has the rebound. Well, certainly a fun atmosphere when Marshall gets the basketball, I guess. You don't even have to say anything. You just let the crowd take over. Here we go. Miholcic the rebound. Bankston came over to block the shot, but it'll be a goaltending.
Basket is good. Setting up for Henderson State, number 3 is Alvin Miles, number 13, Malik Whittle, number 32,
Wow.
Ryan Force. Subbing out number 0, Xavier Davenport, number 12, Yuri Swinford, and number 11, Frank Canyon.
Subs for Henderson. We got a timeout. 6:26 to go. Ouachita 41, Henderson 38. We'll come back in just a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
.6:26 to play. Well, we had the two crowds going at each other, screaming and yelling a little bit, all politely, I'm sure, during the timeout, so that was fun. There's a lot of life in the arena right now. It actually sounded like the music was playing for a second. Not sure if it was or not. Haynes off the glass and in. .43-38, 6 minutes to go. Right up near half court, Alvin Miles with Hobson guarding. And a look inside to Miholcic. They will call a foul. Let's just see who this is on, because Haynes came over, missed the swipe. Yeah, that's going to be on Haynes. I think that's the right call there. That's a second foul. Athletic Director Sean Jones is dealing with that fan that I mentioned in the first half. Ouachita's Brian Ramsey is over there as well. Basket is up and in. And that fan is actually pointing and very close to Sean Jones as well. Nothing from the officials to my knowledge. Security over in that direction as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. Don't want this to get out of hand. Want a good environment for a game. A look inside to Hobson. Basket good. A little bit of contact. They let him play on. Hobson has 10. Alvin Miles on the left wing will work on Hobson. Swings it deep into the corner. Back out top. Now a three from Boyce. Too hard off the back iron. Ball is batted around. It'll stay with the Reddies. And we'll have a sub here for Ouachita. 5-point game. Ooh, I've had to miss a lot this year. I'm glad I didn't have to miss this one. Marshall right to the rim. Quan Marshall with his first 2 points tonight. If you can believe that, with all of the action that he has required from the fans. Haynes got to the rim, couldn't finish. Haynes knocks the ball loose. And again, that doesn't do a whole lot. I mentioned that in the first half, but what it does do is it slows everybody down, allows your defense to get back on and set up in position. Subs to come in as well. Tomislav Miholcic will go out, and Yuri Swinford is back in. You got to take advantage of this. Now, Swinford can shoot. You have to be aware of that, but you got to take advantage of the big man being on the bench. Reddies have a lot of the momentum right now, it seems like. Marshall with the basketball. To Riddle. Riddle, baseline jumper, high arcing shot, and he hit it. Oh my, it's a 1-point game as we roll inside 4 to play. Ouachita has gone stone cold here as of late. They need a basket. But an offensive foul first, and then a wipe out of 3. Oh, goodness.
And we have a meeting timeout.
Ouachita has scored 2 baskets in 11 minutes. They've had some free throws mixed in, but only a couple of baskets since about the 14-minute mark. Ouachita 45, Henderson 44. A timeout will stay here. 3:50 to play. 16 fouls for Ouachita. 5 for the Reddies. And both sides have 2 timeouts remaining. I'm guessing the Reddies brought their cheerleaders, but they're in the stands. I don't know why, if that's a thing now where you can't cheer on the opponent's court. I don't know if that's COVID related. They just chose not to, but it does appear they're there and in the stands and leading some chants as the Washita cheerleaders were on the court leading chants on their side. So, man, this is the atmosphere we've been looking for all year long, huh? What a tough year it's been for the Washita men coming into the game with just 5 wins. You had that difficult stretch where you play games over Christmas break and then they get wiped out, postponed due to COVID. Then you got to start making up games, Tuesday nights, all sorts of different schedule changes. Games being played without school in session. Thanks to Bab letting me know that road cheerleaders can't perform, and that change was a few years ago, so it tells you where I've been. I usually just pay attention to the action in the rectangle here. Marshall's got the basketball. Are they going to boo him again? They will. Henderson has not had a lead this entire second half. It was 23-all at the break. The last time they led, it was 10-9 with 12:24 to go in the first half. Henderson had a 10-9 lead. And for one more possession at least, Washita's going to have the lead. A basket would be huge here. Marvin Williams done inside to Haynes. Double team. Knocked away. Out top, Street. NBA range 3. Can't hit. Marshall the rebound. 2:50 to go. Miles around the back dribble on Street. They got awfully loud in here. Bankston comes up with a steal. He'll go to the rim. He's fouled. So the lead will hold for one more possession as the Reddies cannot overcome that, and Washita holds on to a 45-44 advantage with 2:35 to go. Free throws coming for Bankston, and we mentioned it earlier. These are huge. Limited opportunities at the line in this contest. One more. Foul was on Riddle, his second. You weathered the storm there a bit with the big man on the bench. He's back in for the final 2:35. Bankston back to the line. He's only a 52% free throw shooter. He goes 1 of 2. If my numbers are correct, that's the first point tonight for Davion Bankston. Not quite used to seeing that. Henderson, high off the glass and in for Alvin Miles, and we have a timeout and a tie game. We'll step away for just a moment. Washita basketball all tied up with Henderson. We're back after this on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Look at the crowd here tonight at Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Michael Westbrook here with you courtside. 2:15 to go. Clock rolling. We're tied at 46. Marvin Williams Dunn throws it away. Yuri Swinford, and he's fouled. Henderson wanted an intentional foul. Don't think they will get it. Wow, they are going to come over here and look, I think. They'll come over and take a look. If you want the headset for different angles, put that headset on right there. Here's one angle for you.
And the play is under review.
So I think he should be able to hear you, yep. Officials over here on the court side with us. We'll see what angles we've got. We've got cameras at both ends of the court, so might be able to get you a look. Might take a second to roll that back. So 2:06 to play. And Ouachita's already making their way back out of the huddle, but the official telling them to go back. It's going to be a little bit longer here. Are you getting anything from them? You're not? You're not hearing them at all? Okay. If you need to see it here we go. We'll go back and look at a replay here in just a second. Spacebar, I'll play it for you. And then okay. Just start and stop it with the spacebar. Look and see if maybe we had an intentional foul or not, something flagrant, as Tyler Haynes went in. Let me go back. You okay there? Okay. All right, well, got it on the YouTube replay from the two officials over here with us, and they did not provide me any sort of explanation. No, they'll say no flagrant foul, nothing intentional there. No clear path to the basket at that point as you're already right at the rim. And so it's a 1-and-1 situation. He was not in the act of shooting. Yuri Swinford to the free throw line. Swinford, a 62% free throw shooter. He's 28 of 45 this season. Makes the first one. The Reddies have their first lead since it was 10-9. Wow. One more coming for Swinford. I believe that's his first basket, first point. And he goes 2 for 2. So 48-46, 2:06 to play. Reddies by 2. Full court press from Henderson. Bankston gives it over to Haynes. They work it right side to Street. 15 on the shot clock for Ouachita. Down in the corner to Marvin Williams Dunn. Bounce pass to Hobson, 10 to shoot. Backs down Boyce. One-handed floater won't go. Bankston can't come up with the rebound. Reddies take over by 2. 90 seconds to go. Miles with Bankston on him. Washington needs to find a way to close out a game. High off the glass and in for Swinford. He has 4, the last 4 in fact, and the Reddies lead 50-46. You absolutely have to have points now. Haynes will drive. He'll try to take it himself. He lost the basketball out of bounds. It's the Reddies who will take over.
Timeout. Washington.
60 seconds to play. Washington takes a timeout. 50-46 our score. And not much to cheer about right now for the home crowd, as they just have not been able to score in the clutch here down the stretch. And really, if you go back, it started at about the 13, 14-minute mark, all the way down to about, the 5, 6-minute mark, where Ouachita just could not score. But it's not over yet. 4-point game. We saw the girls come from behind for a win. What a fun game that was. I was going to try to look at the women's basketball standings and see what that did for Ouachita's hopes of getting into the conference tournament. Certainly helps a lot more than a loss. So right now, that win for Ouachita puts them at 6-10. They are one win ahead of Southern Arkansas, so they'll jump in front of them. And just a couple back of East Central Southeastern. That's on the women's side. They won 73-71. Again, sticking with the routine, Ouachita doesn't use really the whole timeout. They are back out on the court pretty quickly. Of course, it's a little bit easier when you're setting up on defense. They're going to full court press. Look for a steal. Inbounds goes to Miles. They won't foul just yet. Now up top to Marshall. A 16-5 Henderson run in the last 8 minutes. Miles goes around to the rim. Blocking foul. And one. And potentially the game. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, foul. I thought maybe they were going to change it there with the fouls on Jacob Street. The official had the number wrong. Well, 53-46. And a steal by Henderson. Out to Marshall. Street will foul. Things not going well for Ouachita.
Shooting for Henderson State, number 5, Dawn Marshall.
So Miles with that layup a moment ago, plus the and one, and now a free throw there from Quan Marshall. And this thing's gotten out of hand. 53. Let's see, is that score right? I think it's more than that, isn't it? 54-46. Should be 55 now. I don't know. Scoreboard says 54-46. Yeah, I guess that's right. Haynes tries to go up and dunk it. And he might be hurt as well. No, yeah, the score is 55. Score is 55-46. Of course, our score bug tied into the scorers table. Nobody seems to notice except for me and the score on the live stats.
Number 23, Tyler Haynes.
Haynes at the line for two. One more free throw for Haynes. And they pulled the keys out of their pockets. Thing is, not too many from Ouachita would have to drive home. Most of them are here on campus, I think. But I get the sentiment. Street steals the pass, go underneath to Bankston. Layup is good. 54-49. Not over just yet. We've got a foul.
Foul, the Tigers number 3, Medarius Hobson. This is third team foul.
I think Coach Elgis has just realized the score is wrong, and they got it fixed. They got it fixed, 55-49. It didn't really matter a moment ago, but after that layup, got a little bit closer. Free throw good for Miles. See if Coach Nutt takes a timeout or lets them play through it. He'll let them play through. 8-point game yet again. And now Hobson will go up. His shot doesn't go. I think that's off of Haynes. Nope. They will say Ouachita basketball. Down to 19 seconds to play. A lob towards the rim to Hobson, now fading back. Ball knocked free. Street will pick it up. He'll shoot. Doesn't go. We're down to 10 seconds left. One more foul. Well, you got to give Henderson credit for the last 2.5 minutes of this game. Reddies are going to come out of here with a win.
Shooting for Henderson State, number 13, Malik Reddick.
Henderson will go to 9-6 in conference play. Free throw no good. They'll try to hang with Southern Nazarene, Northwestern. Both free throws missed. One more shot for Ouachita. Bankston at the three-point line. Can't hit. Rebound by Henderson. We got 3 seconds left. Oh, wow. Marshall ends up with it for the final 3 seconds. Well, yeah, that was kind of interesting that Marshall ended up with the ball. As much attention as he got tonight by both sides. Oh, a tough one tonight for the Tigers.
As they host the Rangers of Northwestern Oklahoma State University. That game tips off at 7:30 p.m. and we hope to see you there. Until then,
we'll hear from Coach Nutt coming up in just a minute. We'll look over the final numbers as well. Ouachita falls to 3-12 in conference play, 5-16 overall. Henderson goes to 9-6 in conference play and 13-8 overall. 23-8 finish for the Reddies down the stretch there, which is pretty wild. And I think we'll wait and see if Coach Nutt comes out. We'll take a quick break, give you the final numbers when we come back. Final 57-49, Henderson with the win. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena. Let's look over some of the final numbers. Henderson shoots 34.5% for the game, 23.5% from three-point range, and 76.5% from the free throw line. Meanwhile, Ouachita shoots 32.1% for the game, 23.8% from three-point range, and 53% from the free throw line. That was a little bit of the issue tonight. 8 of 15 from the free throw line. It's hard to win with numbers like that. And then down the stretch, it was just a few more Henderson makes as they were able to get the shots to fall when they needed it most. Individually for the Reddies, 4 points from Yuri Swinford, 11 from Tomislav Mihocic, 2 points from Xavier Davenport, 4 points from Quan Marshall, 8 from Frank Camgain, 12 from Alvin Miles, 9 from Malik Riddle, 7 from Ryan Boyce, Damian Deere, Tim McDonald, Graham Chenault all played a couple of minutes but did not score. And meanwhile for Ouachita, they look like this. 3 points from Jacob Street, 3 from Lawrence Nero, 10 from Adarius Hobson, 1 from Alex Scariolo, 14 from Tyler Haynes, 2 from Marvin Williams-Dunn. Yep. Few audio issues here, Coach Nutt. We'll have to lean in for you to hear me, all right? Oh, goodness. Well, catch your breath a little bit here, I guess, because good college basketball game for the fans, but not for Ouachita. How do you sum this one up?
It wasn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay?
I got you. I've got you.
Yeah, give them credit. We didn't play like we have been playing the last 2 or 3 games. I didn't think, give them credit. I thought they took us out of what we wanted to run, and we just didn't execute the right way.
Yeah, down the stretch, just they got some shots to fall, and hard to come back from that. Of course, you're 48 hours removed from a game on Saturday, but I guess they played 2, and it's just a tough stretch for everybody right now.
Yeah, no excuses right there. We had enough in the tank to – I thought we would play better. I was a little bit disappointed on our offensive end. Defensively, first half, we did what we needed to do.
Yeah, defense.
Second half, they made some tough shots, but you compound that with inability to score on our end, and it makes it hard. And they make their shots, and 8 of 15 free throws. We got to be better than that if you're going to win.
Yep. Well, Coach, one thing we saw a lot of Dunlap in this game. He was hitting from outside, and it does seem like some of the perimeter game is starting to pick up. Maybe get your guys inside, a little more action as well. But did you see any of that at all tonight? It seemed like there's a little more offense from the outside right now.
It was, and Kobe did a good job. He found some shots that he can hit, and he did a good job making them. Probably took too many, 5 of 21. Yep. Probably not good enough there. I didn't think Mayday and Hobson, I didn't think we did a good enough job getting it to them.
Yep.
In the right spots, and they collapsed pretty hard on them. So we didn't do a good job of getting it back out to the next guy. But hey, you got to learn from it.
Yeah.
They're a good team. They're better than we are right now. So got to keep working.
I've got duties at Bryant on Thursday night, but I'll see you on Saturday. Okay,
appreciate
Coach?
Your help. Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coach Nutt coming over to visit with us as always, and just a tough one here tonight for the Ouachita Tigers on the men's side. Let's look over just a few more numbers real quick. So Jacob Street again, 3 points. Nero with 3, 10 from Medarius Hobson, 1 from Alex Scariolo, 14 from Tyler Haynes, 2 from Marvin Williams-Dunn, 3 from Davion Bankston, 2 from Tavondrick Henry, 9 from Kobe Dunlap, and 2 from Leon Kalinich. Leading rebounder was Medarius Hobson. And I want to give a big thanks to our entire crew. See if I can get the crew pulled back up here for you real quick. Our technical director, Wyatt Ashlock, on graphics, Matthew Branch and James Jolly. Cameras, Katie Tosh, Priscilla Leverett, Hannah Hickman, and Bailey Redden. I know it's a long night for those college students and hope they're in class tomorrow morning. Also for Chris Babb as well, I'm Michael Westbrook. Again, won't be on Thursday. We'll have the broadcast, and I'll be back on Saturday. So tune in on Thursday for Ouachita basketball. Until next time, so long, everybody.